I don't know anything about that.
Can you do that?
I can send flowers to my best friend.
Send flowers to your best friend with love letters.
With love letter.
What do you want me to do? I should die for you.
People know today that people know about you and Frank more than me that is the original wife. Why don't you go ahead and marry Frank? Why did you marry me?
Okay, what do you now want? What do you want?
I want that closeness between you and Frank to reduce. That is the only thing I have to say. It has to reduce. Frank has to know his limits, that you're a married man. Done with this marriage.
This thing is
because I
becoming
cannot
too
continue with this thing that you're doing any longer. Either I stop now or I'm done with this marriage.
Now, eh?
What the meaning of that? How can
You want to end your marriage?
if it has gotten to that?
You want to end your marriage?
If it has gotten to that,
Gotten to what?
to the point whereby a man will be the one that will cause me to end my marriage, then I have to end it.
Because it's the last time I will come here, so that you guys can clear my name in peace. I brought him here so that you can hear from him as well and know that it's not as if everything I'm coming to say here is somebody. At least you can hear from somebody who knows about. He's not the Frank, but this.
So
he
why didn't
knows
you bring
about
the Frank? Why didn't you bring the Frank?
Frank cannot come here. I already
Okay,
told
you
you.
brought Kelvin here, but you cannot bring Frank.
You know him, right?
Yes, he's my husband's younger brother.
At least he knows about the relationship between me and Frank from when we were in school. Yes.
Rose, what I have got to say here is very simple. I know my brother, Andrew. We've been together for so many years. All the allegations against him, I don't believe. My brother cannot be.
You cannot believe it. None of your family members ever believe what I've been saying since.
I know Andrew. He's my older brother. We have been together for a long time. He cannot have an affair with a man.
A man.
How?
People change over time, and now Andrew has changed.
People change over time, I know that. But not Andrew, not this guy here.
Me, a man, how?
Not my brother.
Are you in the marriage? Are you in the marriage?
Are you in the marriage?
I'm not in the marriage.
So,
but I have stayed with Andrew.
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
All right, go ahead.
So, do you feel like what she's complaining about is not valid?
In my own perspective, it's not valid though.
It can never be valid.
It is not valid.
It is not valid because you will not leave your brother and support me.
It's not valid to me because I've been with Andrew and I know what Andrew can do.
Even if it's valid, is that enough reason to accuse me of being with a man?
It's more than enough.
If I'm not talking to you, it means I'm talking to a man. If I'm not with you at night, it means I'm talking to a man.
What do you know about Frank and Andrew?
Frank has been Andrew's childhood friend.
Okay.
They've been there for a very long time. Frank has assisted Andrew so many times, even in his difficult times.
She's not stopping. The problem is you guys don't understand what's her pain or what she's trying to complain. Maybe because of say you be man and whenever you want to see Andrew, you feel see him. But this is the wife. She wants time with her husband. Do you even understand what I'm saying?
Understand what you are saying.
Do you have a male friend? Are you married first of all?
I'm not married.
You're not married.
Yes.
Hold on. Do you have a male friend?
I don't have a male friend.
Like a best friend?
I don't have a best friend, but we're just like buddy. I'm not best friend.
Do you call your best friend babe?
I don't call my best friend babe.
Why?
Can you see?
Because I don't have a best friend.
Do you call your
But if you have a best
babe?
friend as a guy, you call him babe.
Why should I call my best friend babe?
Okay,
Can you see what I'm saying?
That's point number one. We are not saying they're doing anything.
Okay.
She's just saying you cannot be giving me the same thing or the same way you're making me feel special. You're also making someone else feel special.
Not just a man.
A man. I'll just feel like this thing don't make any sense.
I think she has to give Andrew time.
To
do what?
Time to look into you.
Look into me and do what?
Frank and Andrew have been together for a very long time.
You know that there are some things that I cannot discuss with you that I can discuss with Frank.
Why
there are
is
some
it
things
like
you cannot
that?
discuss with Frank that you can discuss with your brother. Are there things you cannot discuss with Frank that you can discuss with your brother?
My brother is not in the same business with me.
I'm not talking about business. I'm not. So if you and your brother know they talk everything, then why is your brother supporting you and saying your wife's supposed to understand?
Because he knows me. He knows the relationship between me and
this Frank. He doesn't.
Frank.
If you don't talk to him every day, he doesn't. Do you guys live together?
Now.
We stay together now.
Until now.
We don't stay together now.
Yeah,
so what?
We live together.
That's what I'm saying.
Once in a while, I go to visit him.
I'm not saying
He
you
was
don't
around
visit.
before she came now.
Before who came?
Before I got married, he was in my house now.
That was then.
Around.
That was then.
So
Then and
doesn't
now,
matter.
there are
now,
difference.
bro, let me tell you something. You're not married.
I'm not married.
Okay. When you get married, yeah. I'm just telling you this.
Okay.
When you get married, all this thing with your wife, maybe when your wife then go they talk, do not downplay them. Hold on, listen to me. When she they talk, say they give her attention. No talk, say but I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you this. I'm giving you that. She's talking about you not giving her attention. Okay, let's remove the attention parts now. She said something. The both of them traveled out of the country. Okay, that's fine. Maybe two men fit travel alone. But what about him sending flowers to his best friend?
I don't know anything about that.
Can you do that?
I can send flowers to my best friend.
Send flowers to your best friend with love letters.
With love letter.
Love letters.
Yes.
I don't know about that. I don't know about love
How do
letters.
you know it's love letter? And
But
it's flower the only thing I bought. Why are you not
don't know
talking
about
about the other
Okay,
gift?
can
But
you
why
send
would
a
you-
letter with
What
a
happened
letter?
to wristwatch? What happened to
I'm
men's
tired of
shoe?
hearing
Why
all
do you
this,
have to send flowers?
What, did you know there were other things in that gift bag?
I don't want to
Did
even
you
know
know?
about the other
There
things.
were
But why
champagne.
will
Did
you
you talk
send
about
flowers?
it?
What
There was
is
cell
wrong
phone.
with
Did you
sending
talk about
flowers?
Okay, and
little
your male
flowers
friend
that
sent
was
Okay,
flowers.
there's nothing
Chest
wrong with
up.
sending flowers.
I don't see anything wrong with sending flowers, but I don't know about the love letters that you are talking about.
Okay.
not only love
Is there
letter.
anything wrong in? I don't know. Maybe at this point, they feel like there's nothing wrong. Now they try one downplay this.
Because
lady.
there's
Hold
nothing
on,
wrong,
you're
bros.
trying to
No
downplay
feeling.
her emotion.
Because there's
I'm
nothing
for-
wrong.
There's everything wrong.
Listen.
If I'm not giving you
listen.
attention, it has nothing to do with whether
It
I
has
have something to do
everything
with
Are
a
to
you
man.
do
giving her
with Frank.
attention or not?
You want attention,
I
right?
try my best. But
want
I
to-
need to make money. Yes, I have to do
But
business.
you
I try
still
my best. I
spend
can't be
time-
at home
You're trying to
24/7.
go on
If
vacation.
I'm with Frank, she knows I'm with Frank.
To the
Every
point-
time you're always with Frank.
To the point you're
Where are
calling
you?
her
I'm
babe.
with Frank.
To the point
Where
you're
are
calling
you?
her
I'm with
babe.
Frank.
To the point you're calling Frank babe.
Now, wow.
To the point you're calling Frank babe.
Listen.
No, answer. You are supporting him. Answer.
Listen, I grew up with Andrew.
Okay.
Andrew has a way of relating with people. We are different.
Okay.
The fact that Andrew is calling Frank babe doesn't
What
mean
happened
that
to
they
Guy?
are
No, what
having an
happened to
affair.
Guy? Why is he babe?
Is it every guy that called that guy guys?
Yes.
Is it every guy?
What
Do
happened
you
to
call
bro?
your guys?
What happened to
Do you call your
guys?
guys babe?
I don't call my guys babe.
Why?
So, but you
Because
guys
that's
grew
him.
up together.
And Andrew is different.
From you.
We are brothers, but we are different. Even twins are different.
Okay, I want to ask you one thing. What are you trying to say in essence? That she's just nagging. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying she's just nagging.
Do you feel like she doesn't have a point?
She has a point.
But it's not the truth.
She has a point. And the only point I have picked out here is that issue of attention,
Okay.
which I feel you need to give Andrew time.
Okay,
with.
to do what?
To give you that attention, because this marriage is just new.
For how long do I
For-
want to give him
Andrew
time?
has been with Frank for a very long
No,
time.
for how long do I want to give him time?
You have to be patient. Oh.
See
Are you
when?
serious?
Patience is part of marriage. Oh.
When? See when should I be patient? Since we have our 5th child.
It's not about having fifth child. Oh.
So when?
Just
How long
give
do I want
it
to give him
time.
time?
Give it time. Give it time. Just give this
what
man
do you
time.
want that
I know
I don't
Andrew.
do
If he's
for you?
going to
What do you want
give you
that I
attention
don't
that you
do for
want.
you? Which attention do you? I come back home to you every day. What do you want that I don't do for you?
No, are you
Abba.
supposed to sleep
Abba.
in Frank's house for? You're supposed to come back home. Coming back home is not the point. You come back home, you just sleep. The next day you are out again.
Give my brother
And then
time.
what's supposed to happen?
He will give you
I
the
don't
attention
understand.
you want. He has been with
When we
Frank
got
for a
married,
very
did I
long
not take
time.
you out?
Don't let us start going back to that one. Because it was still the same Frank that cut short the honeymoon.
I have told you, give him time.
To do what?
Give him
For how
time to
long
give
do I
you
want to
attention.
keep on giving him time? For
Give
how
him time.
long do I
It's
want to
very
keep on
difficult to
giving him time?
separate best friends.
I'm not trying to separate them.
Do you know what you're saying?
I know
It is
what I'm
very
saying.
difficult to separate best friends. Do you know that when you're married, you get to understand that this person now is my best friend?
That's what
Is she not supposed to be his best friend?
she's supposed to be his
my
best
best
friend.
So
That's why I'm saying she should give him time.
she said it doesn't relate with her. That instead it relates with Frank.
That's why I'm saying he met.
What time are you talking about? They've been together for over a year, married for over a year.
1 year is too small. Oh. Marriage comes with a lot of troubles.
So I have to
this
start
guy-
seeing the troubles first before I start seeing the enjoyment.
Oh, 1 year of marriage and you're complaining already.
Why won't I
You've
complain?
not even seen
She's
2, 3,
complaining.
4.
Why
She's
won't I
complaining. Is that what
complain?
you're saying?
She's complaining.
Why do
I'm
I feel
trying
like
to-
you have a man friend and when you're married you can do the same thing?
No, of course, I cannot do the same thing. I and Andrew are different. I cannot do the same thing. I don't have a best friend. Frank is Andrew's best friend, but I don't have a best friend.
Why don't you
This
for
thing is
one?
turning into something else. I came here so that he can tell you guys, so that I can clear my name of all this shit. But it's like this thing, you people are bent on what people want to do. So
My bro, calm down. Nothing is wrong. Calm down.
Nothing is
Everything
wrong.
is
Calm
wrong.
down.
As
Everything
long
is
as he
wrong.
does not
Everything
admit
is
that
wrong.
he's
What is
right.
wrong?
Everything is wrong.
I have tried convincing
Okay,
Rose.
Convincing
She doesn't
her
want to
in
listen.
what way?
What do you want? What do you want?
What do I want? Or
What do you
she?
people want?
I want that closeness between you and Andrew. I'm not trying to break you and Frank up, but that closeness is too much. You have to reduce it. Frank has to know that you're a married man now.
Yes.
And separate all the shares
I'm not
that I
trying
have
to
with
separate
Andrew.
him, but that closeness has to reduce. He has to know that this is the time to call a married
you
man.
not seeing point
This is
in
the
what
time to
she's
spend
saying?
time with
I am
married
seeing
man.
point.
Okay.
The problem I am having right now that she doesn't want to listen to.
Listen to you as well. What are you saying? You have been talking this
Remember,
morning. You've not said anything that I want to listen
me.
to.
When you got married to my brother on the altar, you swore in thick and thin.
So is Frank
Give
the
this
thing?
man-
Is Frank
what
the
are you
thing?
saying?
Give him time
To do what exactly?
to have time with you. It's not. Can you separate twins? Is it easy to separate twins?
Are they twins? Is he bearing
Are
your
they
son name?
twins?
But they are best friends.
Is he bearing
From
your
childhood.
son
we
name?
are. That's how we are.
They are
Just
best
the truth,
friends.
just telling you the
Is
truth.
he
why
bearing
didn't
your
you just
son
marry
name?
him?
Are
That's
they
how we
twins?
are.
Why didn't you just marry him?
They marry man.
Thank you.
Then maybe you
Thank
start
you.
am.
Why didn't you just
No,
marry
maybe
him?
you for fit start am because I don't understand this
still
nonsense
married
your
you,
brother
you
is
are
even saying.
complaining. I have not married you. You were complaining.
Why won't I complain? Okay, you've married me. You married me. You kept me in the house like a flower vase, and you said I should not complain.
What do you want me to do? I should die for you.
People know today's thing that people know about you and Frank more than me, that is the original wife. Why don't you go ahead and marry Frank? Why did you marry me?
Okay, what do you now want? What do you want?
I want that closeness between you and Frank to reduce. That is the only thing I
How?
have to say. It has to reduce. Frank has to know his limits, that you're a married man.
Let me tell you something. Someone that was there for my brother Andrew when he had nothing.
No,
Someone
wait.
that
Is
gave
she
him
trying to
nothing.
pursue him away? What do you mean someone that was there for my brother, someone that was there for
Okay,
me?
wait.
Is she trying
Go
to
on.
separate them?
How?
She's not separating them. She's just saying there's some things you're doing, and okay, there are some things you can do as a single man, and there are some things you do as a married man. As a married man, there are some things you are not supposed to do.
I can't hang out with boys.
Who is saying don't? Who is saying
I'm
don't
saying,
hang
I can't
out?
hang out with
Who is
boys.
saying don't hang out?
I can't have snooker time.
She said.
You can't have snooker time. What happened to me? Can't
Okay.
you have
Don't we
snooker
go-
time with
don't
me?
we go out?
Okay,
How many
no, she
times
said
have we gone
something.
out? I can count the
She
number
said
of times
something.
that we've gone out.
There will be issue in the house. Instead of you to relate to me as the wife, you would rather talk to Frank.
And I've told you that this boy is used to Frank, that she should give Andrew
You need to start
time.
getting used to
Give
me.
my brother time. He will get used to
I've given
you.
him a lot of
They
time,
dated
and I
though.
can't
Do you know?
give him any more
I
time
know they
again.
They
dated.
dated.
I know.
Point. I
He's
don't
going to
even
give it
know
time.
what to say anymore, because this is the last time I'm going to ever come here or receive any call, any text from anybody.
This has to be the last time, because either I stop or I'm done with this marriage.
This thing is
Because I
becoming too
cannot
much.
continue with this thing that you're doing any longer. Either I stop now or I'm done with this marriage. What the meaning of that? I can
You want to end your marriage?
if it has gotten to that.
You want to end your marriage?
If it has gotten to that,
Gotten to what?
to the point whereby a man will be the one that will cause me to end my marriage, then I have to end it.
In just 1 year of marriage?
Yes.
This small trial.
In just 1 year
You
of
want to
marriage,
end your marriage?
I've seen more than 10 years problem in just 1 year.
You have seen more than 10 years problem.
Yes.
Do you know
because
what couples have
Frank
seen in
alone
5
is a
years?
threat. It's the
Do you
biggest
know what couples
threat.
have seen in 5 years?
Those ones are different couples.
To her. You keep quiet. See what
Those
she's
ones are
saying.
different couples. If it's a woman, I would have understand that a woman is one causing my pain, not a man, Frank.